7 UK time. Good evening and welcome to Season A, the platform where we speak truth to power. Please share this broadcast. Help us reach as many people as possible. Helping grow on the platform. Please do share, share, share. Give me a minute, 1 second. Yeah, back again. Welcome to Season A, the platform where we speak truth to power. Um, we're just really talking about how Yoruba Nation can play. What role can Yoruba Nation play in our current governance, how we can be relevant in our current governance. Um, it's not about going for the goal always remains Yoruba nation, and it remains so. And so we're back now. We're back. We're back. Please do share, share, share. I'd like to see as you're joining us. Please do share. We do need we need to be able to help us grow the platform. As ever, when you're joining us, subscribe to Season AY, hit the notification button, and of course, give us a thumbs up. Um, oh, 1 second. I need to do something quickly, right quick. I need to do that because it's a much better experience. Just give me a second. Give me a second, and we'll begin. Proper. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay. Yes, give me a second. Yeah, I think we're back on now. Good evening and welcome to Season AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Please help us grow the platform, help us share the broadcast. We really do need your support. As you're watching, please share, share, and share. I don't know if I'm going to stay too long. There is the Yoruba Nation struggle. I don't want us to give up on it. And many people may not understand what I'm saying. Good evening, welcome. Welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth power. Help us share this broadcast. How can Yoruba Nation be relevant in our current governance? How we can make Yoruba Nation be relevant in our current governance? Yoruba Nation can either has an option. It's either Yoruba Nation decides that, okay, we are just going to be saying, I want Yoruba Nation, I want Yoruba Nation, I support Sunday Igboho, I support Sunday Igboho, I support Ibaganiadams, I support Ibaganiadams, and get involved in the fracas and all of that. Or we look at how we can impact the lives of our people right now. That is my focus. That is what I believe. You don't see me coming much these days talking about Yoruba Nation. That doesn't mean I no longer believe in Yoruba Nation. Please, let's be very clear. I believe in Yoruba Nation. But I think we need to bring our people along. We need to bring our people along. Let me know if you can hear me. Please do subscribe, hit the notification button, help us reach more people. We're trying to grow the platform. Please subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Help us grow the platform. Now, the topic is, how can we make sure that Yoruba Nation is relevant in the current governance? Whether we like it or not, the current governance is in Nigeria. We are in Nigeria. We can scream Yoruba Nation till now, from now until kingdom come, and nothing will change. We can scream Yoruba Nation from now till kingdom come, and nothing will change. Because we are still in a place called Nigeria. The space that we occupy now, reluctantly, is called Nigeria. Yes, we know that our ancestors, the land of our ancestors is Oyo Empire. But the colonials took it over, and now it's called Yoruba Nation. It's called Nigeria. So Yoruba Nation is now being reduced to just our name as people. And we are aspiring to go back to calling it Yoruba Nation because we want to be in a land where we speak one language. I get all of that, and I am for that 100%. But in the space that we are in right now, we are known as Nigeria. So our aspiration for Yoruba Nation is currently taking place in a place we call Nigeria. That is the fact. We cannot, however much we want to get rid of Nigeria out of our minds, we can't get rid of Nigeria out of our minds just like that. It's not going to work. So, what do? We do not want to, we must not give up on our Yoruba Nation, but we need to make sure that Yoruba Nation keys in and locks in to the concerns of our people on ground right now. How do we do that? By beginning to encourage the people to use the power that they possess. It is difficult. The only way we can actually achieve Yoruba Nation is by participating in our governance now. And people must understand, unless we participate in our governance and influence our people to begin to hold those they elect into office to account using the powers they possess, our Yoruba Nation will not materialize. It will not materialize. We have to re-strategize. We have to re-strategize about our call for Yoruba Nation. We need to use the old adage of Yoruba, Adakeja, Adubuleja. That is what we need to do. So, our goal remains Yoruba Nation, but we start aligning ourselves with the people, encouraging them to hold those they elect into office to account. I know it sounds long-winded. That is the only chance we have of achieving Yoruba Nation. As it things currently stands right now, we have a Yoruba president. You can look at it at two ways. One way, either way. You can say we have a Yoruba president. So what are we fighting for? That is what people will say. So you got power. So you don't need Yoruba Nation. That is what they will tell you. Or you can look at it the other way. We want Yoruba Nation. Yoruba Nation. How can we begin to build the platform to ensure that Yoruba Nation emerges at some point in the distant future? You see, two different ways of looking at things. So for me, if we are going to, our emphasis right now as Yoruba people must be to come with solutions for the problems of our people. The people know the problems that they're facing already. They don't need us to tell them what the problems are. They don't need us to tell them how bad it is. They need us to work with them to be able to take action to now put a stop to the problems that they face. If we can do that, I guarantee you that when the people now get through the problems with our help as Yoruba Nation, they will remember us. They will remember Yoruba Nation was there when there was nobody else there. They will remember Yoruba Nation was the one encouraging them to stand up for their rights and hold the government to account. They will remember us. And when they remember us, the minute we say, please, let's go for Yoruba Nation, we don't have to tell them that story again. They know what the story is about. They know what the struggle is about. They know that we stood with them when it was raining, when it was difficult, when they couldn't eat, when they couldn't feed, when there was no light, when there was no hospital, when the government was oppressing them. They know that we stood with them. So when we now say, look, citizens, Yoruba people, it's time for us to go for Yoruba Nation, they will be with us 100%. Right now, we are doing a fireman approach. We put out fire, we help them to put out fire there, we put out fire there. We are not coordinated. Let's be frank with ourselves. I've been in the struggle, I've been part of it. I'm telling you, we are not coordinated. We are not coordinated in our approach in the struggle. That's a blame for all of us. But right now, we have the opportunity. We can ensure that the people are prepared for Yoruba Nation in the future by participating in their governance right now and holding their governance to account, using the powers they possess. We can encourage them. Like I said, I guarantee you, they will remember I hope you can hear me. They will remember us. The people will remember us. Can you hear me? Let me just check that. Yeah, you can. The people, Yoruba people will remember us when when they've got through this difficulty with our help. If they can get through this difficult position, this situation they're in now with our help, they will remember us. We don't want to make a mistake of just saying Yoruba Nation. We stand on the side of Yoruba Nation, and they're suffering. Their suffering has to be the central part of our way to bring about Yoruba Nation. Their suffering has to be something that we can now connect with them. It should be a source of connecting with them, encouraging them, empowering them in their communities to hold their government to account. We need to participate in the process. Please do share this broadcast. Let us hear. Please, if you can hear me, indicate. Type. Let me see if you can hear me, because I don't know if people can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I don't know. I'm just checking. Can you hear me? Hold on. I've not done. I hope I've not done something wrong here. Can you hear me? I hope you can hear me. Now, let's carry on. I want you to please remember that right now, Yoruba Nation. Let me see top chat. I'll put the top chat up. So please type in. Please type if you can hear me. I need you to know. I need to know if you can hear me. Now, like I said, the best thing we can do right now is to begin to work with our people on a community level, on the ground level. What is hurting our people the most right now? We have money. Please, we Yoruba people, Yoruba Nation, we need to understand, in our land there is money. The problem is our people haven't got access to it. We don't even need to be, we shouldn't even be canvassing for, we shouldn't be begging for money. Give us money, give us money. We will, no. We need our communities to start doing things themselves. There is money in our land. There is money in our government. In our government, there is money every month. There is monthly allocation with billions upon billions. 3 states, I can mention 3 states. Ogun State, Osun, and I think Oyo State. They all get, the governor gets security vote. 1.2 billion naira every year. 1.2 billion naira every year. We have money. So when we say we are going to go, and let us not kid ourselves, we cannot provide security for Yoruba people as Yoruba Nation in Nigeria. Let us not kid ourselves. Let me say that again. We cannot provide security for Yoruba people in Nigeria right now, because we simply haven't got the funds to match what the government has. What we can do is to begin to get the people to make sure that the funds that the government has for security is used for security. There we can play a part, Yoruba Nation. We can encourage them. And that is why you see me on our platform. Everybody on the platform, you know, I always say this about the Constitution. I talked about the Constitution. I talk about Section 14.2a and 14.2c. There is a reason why, as a Yoruba Nation man, I am talking about that. Because we need to connect with our people where they're suffering. We have to meet them where they're suffering. We cannot leave them and just hope and to hope. We cannot leave it to hope. We cannot leave it to chance. We need to. They are suffering, and this is why I say the Constitution. Please, by the way, go to www.citizenry.org and download, and you can see the Yoruba Constitution. You can see the Constitution in Yoruba. Now, I'm going to read it to you. Ìjọba jẹ́ ti àwọn ènìyàn Nàìjíríà láti ọ̀dọ̀ ní tìjọba nípasẹ̀ òfin orílẹ̀-èdè ń gba gbogbo agbára àti àṣẹ rẹ̀. So that is Section 14.2 in Yoruba. What does it mean in English? Sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority. The reason why I'm saying this, you may think that it has nothing to do with Yoruba Nation, but I am telling you, if we help our people to be able to hold their government to account as Yoruba Nation, when they get that help, they will never forget us. They will never forget us. They will never forget us. They will remember us. They will remember that Yoruba Nation, that it was Yoruba Nation that helped them begin to hold their government to account, that helped them to know that they have powers, of governance to hold those elected to office to account. And they would remember that Yoruba Nation had also told them that they can participate in the governance in Yoruba. Ìkópa àwọn ènìyàn nínú ìjọba wọn gbọ́dọ̀ rí dájú ní ìbámu pẹ̀lú àwọn òfin orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. The participation by the people in the government shall be ensured in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. They will remember all of these things. So that when we now say, we think it's time for us now to go for Yoruba Nation, they are ready. Right now, they are not ready. And I keep saying it. We have to change our mindset completely about the approach for achieving our Yoruba Nation. And our messaging has to change. Our messaging has to change from, we need money for this, we need money for that. We need to encourage our people on the ground. I'm going to be doing something shortly where I am going to provide a checklist that should be used for that will be relevant to every community. I'll do it in English and in Yoruba so that we can use it in every community. We need to take collective action to confront the injustice. Our governance is not functioning. That is the plain fact. Our governance is not functioning. So, and we don't have the money, whether we like it or not. Yoruba Nation will never have the money that our government, that Nigerian government has. So the best thing to do is to put our effort towards encouraging our people to begin to use their powers to hold those they elect into office to account. I don't like your Nigeria any more than you do. I do not like Nigeria. I don't want us to be Nigeria any more than anybody else, than any other Yoruba Nation agitator. No, I want us to be out of Nigeria, but we are still in Nigeria. The space that we're in is in Nigeria. And it behoves on us to help our people to get the best they can out of Nigeria whilst we are still in it, and begin to exercise their powers of sovereignty to get the road, the water, the light, the schools, the bridges, the healthcare, the safety, the security, by holding their government to account. We need to encourage them to become independent. When we do that, they will remember Yoruba Nation. I'm saying it now. They will remember Yoruba Nation. But they will definitely forget Yoruba Nation if we go quiet and we do not participate in their struggle, and we do not help them in their struggle to stand up for themselves and hold their government to account. They won't remember us then. They will do it themselves. They will say, what is Yoruba Nation? I'm not interested. We have an opportunity to build right from the grassroots now. And I want to say something. Please, everybody talking about the fight between Oloyun Sunday Igboho and Iba Gani Adams. The fact of the matter is that we need both of them in this struggle. And they cannot do, and each of them independently cannot do anything. They cannot do anything. Oloyun Sunday Igboho cannot save the whole of Yoruba land on his own. He needs support. And and we have to work within the laws of what we have now. If we say now that we are going to go and protect every Yoruba people in Yoruba land, by ourselves, then before we do that, we are in a space called Nigeria. We need to be sure that we are not infringing the laws of the place we call Nigeria, because our people are, after all, in there. Yes, we can provide protection, but we cannot get up and just say, right, we must, we're going protect our people and we're breaking away. We can't break away because we are part of a nation that is in the United Nations. And we have to participate. The best way to break away is to pass laws, to make sure we have a referendum in the constitution. Then we can vote and break away when we want to break away. But let us be realistic. We cannot have Yoruba Nation without participating in the process. We cannot have Yoruba Nation without ensuring that our people are empowered to hold those they elect into office right now. That is why we encourage our people to know Section 14.2a and 14.2c. Because that way, the funds that they need for education, for roads, for water, for schools, for bridges in their community, they can have access to it using the powers that they possess within the current constitution. We as Yoruba Nation, we haven't got the funds to give them roads, water, light. We haven't. The money that they need is in Nigeria. So we need to participate in that process to make sure that they get access to those funds. Let us think out of the box for once. We need to get them to become active, to trust in themselves that they can demand for their own rights. They can demand for the, as sovereigns for their roads to be built, for water, for the government to fix their water, to fix their light, to fix the hospitals, to fix the roads, to make sure that they have security through using the powers that they possess as sovereigns. That is what we need to do. We must encourage them. We need to have our people, in every community, they must be organized. What do I mean by organized? When we do something, when the people are going to protest, we should not just say we are going to protest on one thing and leave it at that. After protest, yes, you protest. You protest once to bring attention. But after the process, what plan do they have to make sure that they do not stop until the government fixes their roads in their community? What plan? And that is where we come in. We can be in that gap. We can plug, we can fill that space as Yoruba Nation, in Yoruba land, in every community. Because now, it is not about us fixing it for them. It is about showing them how they can fix it from one community to the next. We have the power to do it via social media, via internet now. Via internet. I am going to talk about a series of checklists. So, for example, when there is killings in the community, the community come together, they protest. They go out and protest. They come out in large numbers and protest. The government will come out and say, we hear you, we're going to provide security. And then that's the end of it. No, it should not be the end of it. We now need, after the protest, all of the people that went to the protest must be recorded so that in a community, they will form a local community association. We have to encourage them to start doing that because they need a voice. They need their own voice in their own community. We can't be there. We have to help them, empower them to do that. They know the problems. Let's not bother talking about the problems. Now we are talking about how they're going to solve their own problems with our help. And I keep telling you, if we do this with them as Yoruba Nation, they will remember Yoruba Nation. And they will listen to us when we say we want to go for Yoruba Nation. Because we build a trust with the communities on ground. So, after protest, we must organize, have a local community association. After that, we need to make sure that in that community association, everybody is aware of their rights as Yoruba people, as citizens of Nigeria. So we will make sure that in that community, in Yoruba community, every community, they know their constitutional rights and that they're sovereign, section 14.2a and 14.2c, off head. They learn it off head. So they will do this. After that meeting, have a record of all of the local, all of the people within the community, local community association. Now we now share with them the 14.2 and 14.2c in Yoruba in the community. They have to have copies of it in Yoruba language, and if you read like this, they should read it off it like this. Section 14.2a. Ìjọba jẹ́ ti àwọn ènìyàn Nàìjíríà láti ọ̀dọ̀ ní ìjọba nípasẹ̀ òfin orílẹ̀-èdè gbogbo agbára àti àṣẹ rẹ̀. They should be able to say that off head. And then the second part of it, the participation by ìjọba jẹ́ ti àwọn ènìyàn Nàìjíríà láti ọ̀dọ̀ ní ìjọba nípasẹ̀ òfin orílẹ̀-èdè gbogbo agbára àti àṣẹ rẹ̀. They need to know those two off head. Now, after that, they now go and say, now we've got us, we have our group together in our community. Now we know our rights. Now we want to call for a town hall meeting. They call a town hall meeting, and that meeting should be monthly, where they will meet your local government chairman, state house of assembly, house of reps, senators, governors. You will organize a town hall meeting. Because you are now a local community association, you have the numbers. You can now call a meeting that the governors, the local government chairman, state of assembly members, house of reps, and senators must attend. At that meeting, you can question, you have the right to question them on where the funds have gone, are going in your community. You can question them about the monthly allocation that they get. What is being spent on? Who, how much? Who are the contractors? What is the balance? You can question them. We must encourage our people to do this on a monthly basis. I'm telling you the steps we need to take to make sure that our people become self-sufficient. Funds The last thing we should be asking for right now is for funds for anything on Yoruba Nation. We should forget that. Our nation is too rich to allow anything we do to actually come through, to come to anything. It won't. Let us stop kidding ourselves. We need to focus our energy right now on empowering our people in the community. And that's why I said protest, organize local community association, make sure they are aware of their constitutional rights, 14.2 and 14.2c in their language. Then call town hall meetings, regular town hall meetings. They need regular town hall meetings. At the meeting, they will read to the state House of Assembly, local government chairman, state assembly members, House of Reps, senators, they will read this information and make sure they will read this information and make sure that they can ask people, right, look, this is what needs to happen. We are asking you to remember this, and you will say this at every meeting. Ìjọba jẹ́ ti àwọn ènìyàn Nàìjíríà láti ọ̀dọ̀ níṣèjọba nípasẹ̀ òfin orílẹ̀-èdè ń gba gbogbo agbára àti àṣẹ rẹ̀. In English, the sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority. So you will have that there at the beginning of the meeting, so that the local government chairman, state assembly members, House of Reps and senators and governors, they know that you know your rights. And then furthermore, I need you to know that you can participate in your governance because of Section 42C. Which means that sovereignty and the participation by the people in the government shall be ensured in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. That means that you can hold your government to account. You have the right to participate in your governance. That means that we need to teach our people those things. Now, once you read that, you now say to them, we need to know your balance. How much are you getting monthly? How much has been spent? What are the contractors? What is the balance? You can ask these questions. And if they fail to answer you, I need you to know, under Section 69 of the 1999 Constitution, you can recall your senator and House of Reps. You hear me? Under Section 69 of the 1999 Constitution, you can call 2/3 of the community. That's why you need to have a community. 2/3 of the community, over half of the community, can call a meeting and recall a senator or House of Reps. You have the power to recall. Now you see why we must participate in our governance. If we just wait until we don't want Nigeria, we only want Yoruba Nation. We only want Yoruba Nation. The people will suffer. But now we are empowering them to begin to question those they elect into office using the powers they possess. And they will remember that Yoruba Nation was at the core of this, helping them. That's what we're going to do. And of course, like I said, Section 69 gives you the power as community. More than half of you can call for a recall, and you send the letter to INEC. You send the petition to INEC that more than half of the community have said we no longer want this senator or House of Reps because they're not doing what we want. We don't get water, we don't get road, we don't get light, we don't get school. You can do that. Our community, we need to teach them that. And then Section 110 allows also for the recall of the state House of Assembly members in the same manner, more than half of the community. These are things that we are talking about. These are things that we need to do as Yoruba Nation. I think we need to re-strategize. I'm happy to have discussions with somebody. I'm going to talk to one or two people because I think the time has come for us now to prepare the ground. So once you know you can recall, like I said, once you know you can recall, and we need to make our people know they have those powers. And also, you can actually get the governor impeached because you can put pressure on the local government chairman, state House of Assembly, House of Rep. You can recall all of them, those three. And then you can put pressure on each of the local government chairman and state House of Assembly members to actually pass a vote of no confidence in the governor, because where the state is suffering badly, but you need to participate in your governance. That is what we must tell them. They have to participate in the governance every month by setting up a town hall meeting. They have the power to set up a town hall meeting. So I will do this in a checklist format later on. I will talk about it. But I needed to say this now because Yoruba Nation is no longer relevant in the discussion right now because we cannot achieve Yoruba Nation. No matter how much we shout the name of Oloye Sunday Igboho, no matter how much we shout the name of Iba Gani Adams, no matter how much we shout the name of whoever we want to shout, we cannot achieve Yoruba Nation under the current dispensation. We cannot. Because, like it or not, our president is Yoruba. Because our president is Yoruba, they have no say. We cannot change anything in terms of achieving Yoruba Nation. Now, the other thing we want the people to know is that they can, once they start having monthly meetings, they can now instruct the local government chairman and the state House of Assembly members and the senators and House of Reps to go to the houses, respective houses, and put in a demand from you, the people, that you want referendum. You want a referendum. Now, if all the communities start doing that, the referendum will become part of our constitution because they will have to vote once the elected officials go and do what you ask them and they place it on the table, a motion, 2/3 of them have to pass it, then it becomes law. You see why we need to participate. If we say, I'm only interested in Yoruba Nation and I don't want to participate in the governance, we are only harming our own cause. We are only harming our own cause. That is why I'm saying what I'm saying now. I hope you find it relevant. I hope it means something to you. We must continue to speak truth to power. Please do share this broadcast and help us reach as many people as possible. Yoruba Nation will come. But please, it is clever, it is better for us to meet the people where their needs are the most and work with them to get solutions. Everybody knows the problems. We can spend 2 hours talking about the problems. We are talking about how to provide solution. So, for example, the community can come together where the killings are going on. They hold the protest. After the protest, all the community come together. They have a record of who they are. They set up a local community association. That association calls for a town hall meeting. That town hall meeting, because of the killings going on, you will call for the local government chairman, state house of assembly, house of reps, senators, governors to come to the meeting. At that meeting, we will now question the governor. Governor, say for example, Ogun State, governor, we know that you are getting security votes for 1.2 billion naira every year. What are you doing with it? What? And you demand questions and you demand questions. If they fail to answer you, if any of them fails to answer you, you can recall them. And you can recall the governors by putting pressure on the state House of Assembly members, House of Reps, senators, that the governor has failed to provide security. But if we are standing on the side and going, come and help us, oh, come and help us, you are not using, our people are not using the powers that they have. Our role is to make them aware of those powers, how they can use it, and how they can begin to hold the government to account, and that way improve their lives. And I guarantee you, if we do that as Yoruba Nation proponents, they will remember us. When they start doing the things independently themselves and it's working, and they are having safety, security in their community, they will remember us. They will remember us. We have a role to play. I myself believe that Yoruba Nation has a role to play in empowering our people, in making sure that they can feed themselves in the community. We have a role to play by ensuring that they use the powers that they have, making them aware of those powers they have in the Constitution to hold their current governance to account. Please forget talking about any politician. I don't even want us to mention any, we shouldn't even be talking about any politician. We should be talking about the powers the people possess and reminding them how to use it in their language. Another thing I will add, under section 79 of the 1999 Constitution. The people of the local community, they have the power to put pressure on their state House of Assembly members to pass laws to demand that they want the constitution in their local language, so they can understand the laws of the land in their language. Look, there is so many ways that I'm showing you how we can help our people. It's no longer now about, oh, the governors, this wants 2 billion, that wants to be. We know this is a story. Right now, we need to help our people by showing them, by empowering them in every community. This has to be done in every single community, in all the local government areas in Yoruba land. We need to do this as Yoruba Nation. If we start doing that, I tell you, I say this to you all as Yoruba Nation proponents, our people will remember the work we've done, because they will remember that we helped them to solve the problem they thought wasn't possible. We help them to wake up from the sleep that they've been put by their own government. They will remember us and they will trust us. They will trust us that we are helping them build something that they can depend on themselves through our help. They can build unity and trust in their community. It's not going to be easy. Yoruba Nation does not need to be asking for a penny from anybody to help on ground in Nigeria. What we need, Nigeria, we have more than enough money. The governors are sitting on billions. The monthly allocation runs into billions. I've done videos where I've shown you each of your local government area, what you're supposed to be getting every month. When you have those, when those communities have the local community association set up, they can now begin to question every month. You see, we need to have a process of engaging with our government on a monthly basis. We don't have that. The people don't have a way of monthly engaging with their government. So anything we say now about Yoruba Nation, it's not, it will not hold any water. We need to teach them how to be the people that will hold their government accountable. We need to encourage them to use those powers. These are the steps that I believe that we must take as Yoruba people. I hope what I'm saying here makes sense. We have a role to play as Yoruba Nation in helping our people to free themselves from bondage within their own community, to stop the killings. But if we do not take that role, the people will not trust us. They will not remember us when they solve the problem themselves. It is better to help with our people now while they're having a problem. Make them aware. Make them, support them to achieve the independence, because we need our communities to be independent and run independently and hold those elected office independently without us being there. Then we are giving them true freedom. Yoruba Nation has a role to play, in my view. Please think about what I've said. Spread this message. Share the broadcast. Subscribe to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak to the power. What are your thoughts on what I've had? What you've had? We need to really think about this. We have a perfect opportunity here to play a vital role in the lives of our people through encouraging them and, letting them know the powers they possess within the Constitution. Like I said, I will be doing the checklist and I will share it, and you're welcome to use that as something to speak to the people about. There is a lot of work for us all to do, but we need Yoruba Nation. Yoruba Nation has a role to play in empowering our people in the current governance. Yoruba Nation cannot come immediately. It will not materialize in the next 10 years. We are better off meeting the people where they are hurting the most now, supporting them through letting them know their rights in their local language. Look, when they know their constitutional rights in their local language, the market women, the farmer, the organizer, the wagon seller, all of them will be able to start holding the government to account. Right now, our people are afraid. They are afraid of their own government because they believe the government has all the power and they have no power. That is the problem. The people believe, because of what the Bible and the Quran has done to our people, we've been brainwashed. Our people believe they're powerless. Whereas they're not powerless. They are powerful, but they don't know how to use that power. We can fill that gap by meeting them and showing them how to use those powers and coach them community by community. We will need a lot of people to be involved in this, and we have to be selfless about this. It's not about funding now, it's about using the skills. We have the funds in our community. The question is how we can harness those the powers that they possess and give them confidence, to build confidence in their own local language. We don't even need them to be in English. It has to be in Yoruba. We have the opportunity. And you know what? When they use Yoruba, it makes it easy for us to achieve Yoruba Nation, because we will speak to them in Yoruba without the whole rest of the country knowing. Look, think about what I'm saying. Have a think. This is a role. There is a role for us to play here. I'm not going to sit in a meeting and tell you that we are going to provide security, provide security as Yoruba Nation for our people. Can we as Yoruba Nation now provide security for 60 million people? Can we? We can't. The government can. We're better off empowering them to know they can use those powers. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Zine Y. I'll be back later on. Please do share and subscribe to Zine Y. Hit the notification button. Give us thumbs up. It's time now for us to work with our people. Let's work to empower them to use the powers they currently possess to hold the government to account. There is a role to play for us. Let us take that role for. Let us boldly, as Yoruba Nation proponents, take that role and help our people, and then they will remember us further down the line. So what is Zinewa, the platform where we speak truth power. How about later on? Please do share this podcast. If this resonates with you, leave a comment and I'll speak to you real soon. Thank you. What are your thoughts? Leave a comment and share. Please don't forget, subscribe to Zinewa, hit the notification button and give us thumbs up. Thank you and bye for now. Bye for now.